Avox here. So, some housekeeping before we get into the bulk of Market Monday. Going to go through some news. We're going to get Tariq Woolen as that MCS player, 96 overall. It's the golden ticket that Dez created for winning the game, winning for the tournament. We also have a limited Kyler on its way tomorrow. They're going to be revealing these at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll go over them here on the channel. We then have some teasers. I don't really care about guessing at teasers. But you can do them right there for the content on its way. We'll go over it tomorrow, like I said, but that is that. Tom Brady still in packs, and then I also want to talk about the content schedule. So yeah. A little curveballs that we got, but otherwise a pretty standard week. We'll see what happens with BHM next tomorrow when they reveal it, along with weekly wildcards. But that is the content on its way. Let's talk about what's happened as far as the market. Everybody got like a free 94 pack. Oh, I got to show you that off. I got to show those free 94s off. People pulled like crazy out of their free 94s for viewbotting EA. And it was just scrolling down, seeing so many people like pull Tom Brady. Like I've seen more people pull it out of that pack than like any other pack. So shout out to everybody tagging me on your insane pulls out of the MCS pack. It went kind of wild. There's videos here of there's a Tom Brady pull. This one person only got a 94, 95. You got a Brady pull also. Oh, that's a TVP pull. There's the Twitch drop pack. So there was some thought that they could potentially drop the high-end market tonight when people get 94 pluses. There was a ton of 96 pluses. I didn't really see a whole lot as far as training. We can take a look here at Tom Brady in a second, but as far as like unfiltered prices, it's about the same as it was earlier today. Tom Brady at still 1.7, which he was this afternoon. So looks about where his floor is. I've got questions a few people about investing in Tom Brady. And I don't love it. Now, I get that he's a 99 overall, and the closest, QB is 97 overall, Joe Flacco limited. But over the next, week and a half, okay, or maybe 2 weeks or so, we're going to get the Super Bowl MVP, which, most likely 80% chance that's going to be a quarterback. That'll be a 99 overall. And then we'll get, honors card, which I think Mahomes is the Vegas favorite for quarterback 99 overall. So we're going to start getting more 99 overall quarterbacks here pretty shortly. Now, Tom Brady is, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the game. I'm using Dan's stream for a bunch of hours over on Twitch, and he went crazy. You know what else goes crazy? Rock bottom coins. Rock bottom coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. We ain't editing that. We're rolling with it. So Mr. Brady here, best quarterback in the game, in my opinion. Phenomenal card. I don't love it. 1.7 million is already a little high, and you guys know my old adage about investing in quarterbacks. I don't love it because we get a new best quarterback every week, it seems. And, it's the premier position in the NFL. There's a ton of Hall of Famers at quarterback. We get a bunch of them. So it's not my favorite position to invest in. Same thing with running back. We seem to get a lot of running backs. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to every rule, but that's my kind of thought process around it. Plus, the TVP is out. If you guys recall, that came to the game on Saturday. You've probably lost a lot of coins just like myself off it. We'll talk about TVP in a second. That 1.5 million coins I just got was selling at Forrest Gregg when he was out of packs. So with that said, okay. So what's going on? TVP is in the market here for 23 days. So it's going to last through honors, which is really nice in my opinion, okay, to keep it that long. So what's TVP paying out? About 2.5. If you guys recall me when I talked about this last week, last time I did something about the market, talk about the TVP, I think that was Friday on the emergency video. If you guys recall, I said TVP most likely coming out at 12,000, right? Because it's been racing 3,000 a pop. And then it's most likely paying out at 2.55 ratio based off our sample sizes that I took way back in the day, right? So it's almost the exact same pack. So we basically called it down. So with a 2.55 ratio, right? Plus you falling off, it's going to be hard, right? Because you need to get packs to get under 2.55. You got to snipe cards on the block under 2.55. Cards on the block right now are 3+, right? And I think a lot of people with TVPs, we got a little bit used to TVPs and that Campus Heroes pack being like a loophole. And we're used to being able to snipe off the market, roll it into the TVP, and make profit. But that's because we had a loophole. And loopholes in the game for all 5 days, okay? So We don't have that anymore, right? If you look at the packs in the game at the moment, when the Campus Hero pack was playing out a better ratio than the TVP return, now we're looking at ratios, and these are the ratios I calculated today. So the Star Fantasy Pack, not the Pro Star, the Star Fantasy Pack, 3.9 ratio. Of course, this was only like 41 packs or like a million. 1.1 million coins worth. So not a huge sample size, but it was not good, right? A 4 ratio when you're only getting back 2.5 from the TVP. That's an L, okay? Then I did the Super Bowl packs. Now that ratio, there's nothing really exciting out of it. It was just Super Bowl cards. I think on Thursday that'll be a little bit more fun. We'll talk about that and what's coming on Thursday. 3.05, okay? 3.05 right there with the Super Bowl packs. A much better ratio. And for me, those were the best ratio possibles. Where did I put the other pack at? 3 shoot. Pro Star Fantasy Packs. I think I maybe did those up here, actually. Sorry, let me find it. Pro Star Fantasy Packs was right here. 3.46. So the best one was the Super Bowl packs for me, then Pro Star, and then regular fantasy packs here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So best ones, second best ones was this Pro Star. The worst of the three were the Star Fantasy, and then the best of all of them were the Super Bowl packs. So that's an issue, right? Because at 2.5, we're not getting any cards in the game. You have to snipe a pretty decent snipe for getting on 2.5 since the market is 3+ right now. Now, to be fair, if you're pulling Super Bowl packs at a 3 ratio, and now my sample size is not the greatest, maybe we'll have to take a look at a bigger sample size for this. You can kind of sell a lot of these cards on the block, right? You can almost arbitrage into some of these cards that are selling for 3-4 unfiltered. You might be able to scratch out a few coins this way, as long as you don't run into too many of these. Let me scroll over a little bit. Too many of these 86, 87s in here. So not a bad look, especially on Thursday. We'll see what happens to the market on Thursday, but I would expect there to be a little bit of demand for training to roll TVP for the limiteds on Thursday too. Okay, so sorry that was so math focused, and I don't know if I kept you all here, if I was too rambly, too anything with the nerd stuff, but that's Market Monday. It's a lot of nerd stuff. So talk about Thursday. Should you pre-build Super Bowl content? I don't mind it, right? Whenever the opportunity to pre-build content is there, generally it's a pretty good idea. Now, market may be up because people are rolling for Tom Brady. We'll have a limited in-game tomorrow, through Wednesday, right? So we're not really going to have any spot in game that training's going to go down before we get the new Super Bowl content, because people will still have, Tom Brady's probably the biggest draw ever, but we'll see what the market happens in the next coming days as far as buying cheap training. So the Super Bowl sets, right? The Super Bowl sets, let's talk about those. Super Bowl hype train here. These things go for about 158. I could probably filter underneath that. 158, 154 for the Super Bowl set. So just like right now, right? And the 97s go for, so we're just doing the math in our head. So we'll say 150 there, plus the 97s go for, wow, what is going on with the servers tonight? This is as slow as I've seen them on PlayStation. I've seen some pretty slow servers on Xbox, but it's about 600K. Okay, so 150. And it's like 600K. All right, get out of this. Let's just reset. Reset. Okay. Super Bowl. Bingo. So this set right now. There we go. 5 of them. 5 of them times 150. So buying at 150s, I don't know. That means it's 750K. 750K for a 97 right off the bat. You might be able to make some profit there immediately, but I don't love the 150 price point that we're currently at as far as those 94s for the Super Bowls. Probably because some of these Super Bowl cards are still kind of high price. But might look for a snipe here going forward. You might want to look for a snipe as far as these things. So pre-building. Not a bad idea because we're going to get 97s on Thursday too, and there might be a hype one that might go for a lot right away. Even though, I think Bettis is the best. Edelman's really good. Lewis and Dockett were kind of mid because Lewis doesn't get Lurker and Enforce at the same time for free. So Pre-building content, W. We talked about return ratios and TVPs, content schedule. Should be fun. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning with the other new content coming out.